Sigulina is a village of 400 inhabitants in the south of Estonia. There are 240 students at the local school. Cudiero is a fishing village in the northern Spanish Asturias region. 2,000 inhabitants, 220 students at the school. These two small towns are situated in economically disadvantaged regions. But the curriculum at both schools includes a remarkable project. Lessons during which pupils aged between 15 and 17 learn to create and manage a business. All these pupils took part in the project between 2003 and 2005. In 2006, we asked them to relive their mini-company experience. Management, administration, marketing, international trade, finance and public relations. These are the departments created by the pupils at Cudiero with their teacher Olivia in order to manage their business in a real way. They defined its objectives to sell souvenirs, jewellery and local food products at the markets in the region. But the business also took on an international dimension, importing from and exporting to a school in Mexico. In most mini-companies, business is for real and is a far cry from the usual school routine.
Me parecía una asignatura bastante nueva e innovadora en el instituto y por qué no darle una oportunidad y poder así conocer el mundo de la empresa.
The pupils chose the name for their business, Terramar. The management and marketing departments take on the task of defining the legal structure. It will be a cooperative. Then comes the logo design. Finally, the money, the war chest. It's agreed that the capital will be €200. Each of the pupils involved putting in €10 from their own pocket. The administration department takes on the task of compiling the documents to constitute the company. Teamwork is essential.
Pues entre los compañeros de la cooperativa, los de clase, vaya, pues muy bien, porque todos nos trabajábamos conjuntamente, nos ayudábamos unos a otros, si uno tenía un problema, pues otro intentaba solucionárselo si podía. Como todos pusimos la misma cantidad de dinero, pues todos teníamos las mismas responsabilidades y todos cooperábamos.
Both pupils and teachers receive a handbook giving guidelines which they use during the year, 2 hours every day. The regional government provides the finances and sets up this initiative via Valnalon. Asturias has a real need for new entrepreneurs after a long period of economic recession caused by the closure of many mines.
Nosotros fundamentalmente lo que pretendemos es cambiar la mentalidad de la población. Nosotros somos una región industrial, muy industrial y muy minera del carbón, que necesita un cambio para entrar en el siglo XXI con una nueva mentalidad. Y es precisamente eso lo que nosotros buscamos desde el principio con todos estos proyectos que hacemos.
Without self-confidence, there can be no spirit of enterprise. This is why the pupils don't only work in the classroom, they also have to cope in the real world, meeting suppliers like this small local business, making fish products. Maria, the marketing director, has to negotiate with the managing director to get the best price.
El departamento de marketing estuvo muy entretenido, ya que tuvimos que hacer el catálogo de todos los productos, las etiquetas, aunque en parte también fue muy difícil por trabajar con el ordenador, que muchas veces en el instituto no lo utilizamos.
Good computer skills are necessary to prepare the sales brochure featuring souvenirs and jewellery manufactured in the region. The young entrepreneurs quickly become aware that the €200 capital will not be sufficient to make a success of their company. So they go to the bank. The business plan looks good to the banker. She has confidence in them and gives them an interest-free loan of €300.
Es una etapa importante porque nosotros necesitamos ese dinero para comerciar con México. Entonces, sin esa parte de dinero nosotros no podemos comerciar. Necesitamos eso de primera mano para después llegar a las negociaciones.
The fresh capital allowed them to produce a good brochure which is essential if the mini company is to sell well in Mexico. The money meant that they could buy the Mexican craft products in return. Then transportation had to be found and the necessary shipping and order documents compiled.
Lo más difícil es que ellos asuman responsabilidades, que si el proyecto sale bien es por su trabajo y si ellos cometen errores va a repercutir en los resultados. Entonces, que se responsabilicen de su tarea. Esto es lo más importante.
To sell at markets, you need a permit from the town hall. Head of Public Relations Marta went to apply for it.
Y queríamos saber si nos podía conceder el permiso de venta para el mercado.
Pues sí, no hay inconveniente en eso, pero tendréis que hacer una solicitud.
The town hall approved the request. The pupils can sell their products at various markets in the region, like this one at Oviedo.
Es una muy buena experiencia de la que aprendes mucho y bueno, ha sido inolvidable porque tú intercambias productos, relaciones con gente de otros países y aparte de saber cómo funciona la empresa, etcétera, etcétera, ves las diferentes culturas que tiene otra gente y eso. Y bueno, está muy bien, sí.
Para nosotros este proyecto es especialmente interesante por dos motivos. Por un lado, pues porque evidentemente es la primera oportunidad que tienen nuestros alumnos para enfrentarse a lo que es el mundo real de la empresa, para saber cómo funciona una empresa. La asignatura es importante para fomentar en ellos el espíritu emprendedor, el que ellos sean capaces de crear su propio negocio el día de mañana.
In Estonia, pupils at the village school in Stirgulina set up their mini-company in 2003. There were 4 of them together with their economics teacher and an external consultant. Passionate about new technologies, they know that working at the computer for long periods can be stressful. So, for the comfort of users, they want to market a very special anti-stress computer mouse. The name of the company is RAT.
Ja alustasin üldse nii, et minu sõbrad kutsusid mind õpilasfirmasse ja nad olid 1 aasta varem juba teinud, nii et tundus huvitav ja tahtsin seda kindlasti proovida.
RAT is a limited company. Once the logo's been designed, they came up with the best way of cladding the mouse to make it both attractive and relaxing. Prototypes are made and the company's capital requirement is calculated according to the number of mice produced. 30 mice at 60 crowns apiece makes 1,800 crowns or €114. It's just a start. Marek, the economics teacher, guides the students during the work meetings for 2 hours every day after official classes are over.
See grupp on kogunevad vabatahtlikkuse alusel, et kes on huvitatud õpilasfirma programmist, need tulevad ja kokku ja proovivad. Mõnikord paremini, mõnikord halvemini. Siia trellid ette. Anna mulle täpselt.
Mart, the marketing director, analyses the production cost of a mouse. 119 crowns, a little over €7.
Aga mis me teeme? Huvitavat, kellegi on mingi tead ideed? Olla rapiiks.
Production begins. For this, the group meets not far from the school, in the village's community centre. Marek, the production manager, supervises manufacture. Tasks are distributed, the materials chosen, and some members cut them out and sew them, while others stick them on. The ears, moustaches, and the eyes have to be attached. The mouse must be as attractive as possible. They have to be sold and a profit made. Pila holds the purse strings.
Et tegelikult on see arvudega tegelemine hästi raske, aga kuna ma tahan nagu seostada oma tulevikuplaane majandusega, siis ma mõtlesin, et on hästi kasulik, kui ma saan varem raamatupidamise selgeks.
All the partners are involved with quality control. Everyone's quite happy, the mouse looks good and it's nice to handle. The creation of the website will publicise the product beyond the country's borders. 140 mice will be sold in Estonia at markets and trade fairs, and abroad at international competitions.
See kogemus on avardanud meie maailmavaadet nii palju ja tänu nendele igasugustele laatadele ja sõitudele ja sellele Euroopa võistlusele oleme saanud hästi palju reisida ja kohtuda hästi paljude erinevate inimestega ja oleme saanud tõestada ennast iseendale, et kui me midagi väga tahame, siis me suudame sellega hakkama saada. Ja see on nagu hästi suur pluss olnud, et me oleme saanud nagu saavutada seda kõike läbi nalja ja väga heas seltskonnas.
It's a success. The young entrepreneurs won several prizes at international competitions in Estonia, Norway, Malta and France. Norway has already hosted the annual Junior Achievement Young Enterprise competition, during which European mini-companies involved in the programme present their projects. The government has been a long supporter of this initiative.
My government is actually very proud of what the previous government did when it comes to young entrepreneurship. And we are absolutely ready to follow up in terms of money, but also in terms of encouragement, because I think part of this is, yes, money, but it is definitely also giving the status and the encouragement to the people who's actually carrying this out in practice.
We have discovered that mini companies is one of the most efficient tools in actually producing new entrepreneurs. Our studies show that about 20% of the young people who have been to mini companies, they later on actually start their own business. And this is exactly what we need in Europe. We need more entrepreneurs. And therefore, this is one of the concepts we're trying to really get across in Europe.
Dinas, a German machine tool manufacturer, has found itself a second vocation. Since 2002, its managing director has been playing the role of coach and visits schools in the region to support and advise the mini-companies.
Ja, mein Anliegen an die Schüler ist, möglichst viel Wissen über die Wirtschaft zu vermitteln. Die Zusammenarbeit mit der Schule und insbesondere das Juniorprojekt ist für die Wirtschaft insofern eine ganz tolle Sache, weil dadurch in der Schule und bei den Schülern Verständnis und Informationen über Wirtschaft entstehen. Und das ist viele Jahre völlig links liegen gelassen worden und deswegen sind wir sehr froh, dass sich die Schulen da geöffnet haben und die Gelegenheit dazu bieten.
At the end of the year, the mini companies tot up the figures. Business has been good in both Cudiero and Sigulina because the two companies have made a profit. Rat has sold 149 mice. Their costs were €833 and their turnover €1,429. That's a profit of €519. A pretty promising start to a business career.
Kindlasti tundub hetkel, et tahaks minna õppima majandust ja tulevikus enda firmat teha sellist päris firmat.
Terramar turned over €685 and made a profit of €185.
En un futuro yo quiero estudiar económicas y trabajar en una empresa porque, bueno, me gustan los números, las matemáticas y el dinero, sobre todo.
From mini company to a real business career was a simple step for Olivier Streetzel. This young German entrepreneur, together with two other people, is running a business hiring out buses for tourists and businessmen. And this is not entirely surprising because at the end of his secondary studies, his mini company was doing the same thing.
Also dieses Projekt Junior hat mir wirklich den Startschuss gegeben. Hat mir gezeigt, okay, man kann was erreichen, man kann Unternehmer sein. Ob es nun funktioniert oder nicht, lassen wir immer dahingestellt, aber man kann es, wenn man es will. Und sonst hätte ich also nie die Veranlassung gehabt oder vielleicht gedacht, okay, ich mache hier irgendwas.
And when he left school at the age of 18, he entered the very competitive tourism sector.
Es war sehr sinnvoll, auf jeden Fall. Vorher erstmal in dieser kleinen, geschützten Gruppe zu sein und dann ins kalte Wasser geworfen zu werden, aber zu wissen, okay, ich habe Schwimmflügel, ich kann schwimmen.
I think such competence is important everybody, not only in basic and secondary education, but also in higher education and in the systems of lifelong learning. So that's why I strongly recommend to our public or private authorities to use entrepreneurship as part of curricula in our schools.
Mini companies are very much in line with the Lisbon strategy, aimed at creating prosperity and social well-being in Europe through innovative projects. More than 200,000 young entrepreneurs are taking part in the project in 2006. There should be more of them in the years to come. And by developing an entrepreneurial spirit at school, young people can make a conscious step towards a future professional career with less risk of failure.